Trump commemorates a significant milestone for the army. As troops are deployed to Los Angeles, Trump deploys thousands to La amidst protests. A dangerous escalation. The streets of Los Angeles are a powder keg, and President Trump's latest move has just tossed in a match. In an unprecedented display of federal force, 700 Marines and 1,000 National Guard troops have been deployed to the city, ostensibly to quell protests related to his immigration policies. But critics are decrying this as a dangerous escalation, an abuse of power, and a thinly veiled attempt to project an image of unyielding authority. Is this truly about protecting federal property? Or is it a calculated political maneuver designed to intimidate, dissent, and rally his base ahead of the upcoming Army anniversary celebrations and his 79th birthday? The stakes are incredibly high, not just for the protesters on the ground, but for the very fabric of American democracy. President Donald Trump is making headlines once again, this time for a dramatic deployment of military personnel to Los Angeles. This Tuesday saw the president at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, celebrating the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary. However, the celebratory tone was overshadowed by his stark warnings to potential protesters of an upcoming military parade in Washington and, more significantly, the deployment of thousands of troops to California. The White House has confirmed that 700 Marines and 4,000 National Guard troops have been dispatched to Los Angeles in response to growing street demonstrations. These protests, which began last Friday, have seen activists clashing with sheriff's deputies, particularly around a government facility where immigrants are detained. President Trump defended his decision to reporters, asserting that the deployment was necessary to safeguard federal property and personnel. However, California's Democratic-led government has wasted no time in condemning the move, labeling it an abuse of power and an unnecessary provocation. This sentiment resonates deeply with many civil liberties advocates who express grave concerns about the militarization of domestic law enforcement and the potential for increased friction between citizens and armed forces. The timing of this deployment is particularly noteworthy. It comes as President Trump is deeply immersed in commemorations for the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary, following a demonstration of special forces, assault tactics, and missile launcher use at Fort Bragg. The president is set to participate in a major parade in Washington this Saturday. This event, coinciding with his 79th birthday, is expected to feature thousands of troops and dozens of military aircraft, a spectacle that undoubtedly aligns with Trump's penchant for patriotic pomp and his self-cultivated image as a law and order president. His stern warning that any demonstrations against the Washington parade would be met with very big force further underscores this stance, despite assurances from the FBI and Metropolitan Police Department of no credible